meeting you here. This is Bear Family Farms, and I'm Tyler, and welcome to our kidding season. With this little Billy kid. We're sure it's a Billy. 2 teeths, something good to check for. And we're doing the left side this year. So we're gonna go ahead and tag this little guy. So here we open up our little ammo can, and then we look. I'm gonna put you right there. And then I'm going to find the next tag, which would be 478, and break that off. This is our tagger. This side goes in this one, and this one goes here. And then I always make sure it's lined up. So since this is a boy, it'll be going this way.
Yeah, okay.
I like to kind of stay in the middle of the ear, but try not to hit that vein or anything in there, and then that fast. And there he is. So he is 478.
She's gonna get up and leave. Get some milk. Feeding twins in pasture. All the mamas are happy. She still needs to go. She hasn't gone yet. Both of those two haven't gone yet. I'm waiting on those two. This one is there. You can't even see her, but she's right there sleeping. Or being very still on too. It's always a fun time of year seeing these girls do their thing.
And then the reality of it is sometimes they do not keep their ear tags. That little guy right there with the frosted ears, he did rip his out. So we will re-tag him, and he'll get a new number, and it'll be updated in the Excel document. But it does happen. They'll get it caught on briars or fence or all kinds of stuff. So things happen and they rip them out, but for the most part they don't. We're pretty lucky about it. Only a handful will, even throughout their whole life. So that's the reality of it. They just get a split ear and then they get re-tagged, and we just kind of move on from it. Good thing ears are cosmetic.
We still don't have a name for that feller there. We've been calling him Butter because as a pup he looked like a little butterball. So that's probably what his name's gonna end up being. Come here. Come on, let's go. We got Worm in here and Hosh showing old Butter the ropes. Butter is, I don't remember his exact age. He's under 6 months old. He's doing really well with these babies, these newborns. We don't always trust puppies this young with newborns, but these two are pretty good teachers and haven't had any mishaps. So he's going to be a good pup when he gets old. There he's greeting the little Jack Russell that is always with a stitch. There's about a little over 80 kids, or right around 80 kids. I think we just tagged 79, but I know there's a few out here that we still haven't tagged. So we're up over 80 kids now in this pasture. We're looking good. Grass is starting to come up. Spring is here. It'll be hot soon. Alright, so these goats are in this pasture here with this high tensile wire. is what's keeping them in. A lot of people ask, how do you break your goats? Most of the time they're born into these pastures like this, like all these kids are being born in this hot wire. We have these insulators here that are touching this. We still have to create a idea on how to clamp these so they don't move, but that's what's keeping it from grounding out, and it's just a regular old double H brace.
And you're looking at the Superstar that put it up. So while Nick was at work, Tyler put it up. So don't let him tell you different, because I did all the work besides the pipe.
And this is the part that is keeping the fence hot. We've got a battery, a controller, and a pretty high powered Cyclops charger. That is the Champ charger. It's morning right now. The pollen on the trees are going crazy, so we all sound like we're sick, but we're really not.
We're just dying.
We're just dying from the pollen. The leaves are coming in. Some of the hackberry trees already got their leaves, but all the oak trees are coming in pretty hardcore, and it's pretty hard to breathe.
How we kept all these wires hot is so we pigtailed a wire to each and every one, and of course we have our, what is it, condensers? Insulators. Is it condenser? What is that?
Condenser is what goes on like a fridge. It keeps things cold.
Oh, well, this keeps it from getting electrified. So, electric condenser. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so there, and then we just attach it to this bottom one. So the flow of electricity travels through all those little wires going up and out.
And then our grounding rods.
Oh, yes. Can't forget the grounding rods. But we will put them straight along the fence right here, so that way you never run them over and they're out of the way. As of right now, the grass got pretty high, about knee high, so we went ahead and moved the sheepies here. So the sheepies are in Jellybean's field. Right now we have, I believe, 6 lambs. Only 1 girl, but still 6 lambs. We're happy, healthy, and growing phenomenally. So we're very excited about that. We do still have a couple that aren't bagged up yet, but have been exposed. So, and their bellies are looking more and more round. One of these would be Gertrude. That's Gertrude right there. And then, of course, we have Remy. And then another dog, Rip. He's over there sleeping in the shade. So we have a couple more to go, about 2 or 3. But overall, you know, with 6 live lambs, they were all singles, but very big, healthy lambs. They are here, they're grazing this grass down and doing really well. And this also helps them get friendlier and friendlier. From the moment we brought them home, they were really feral and wanted to jump fences and things like that. But with over time and feeding them and them seeing us and our dogs and things like that, they've gentled down quite a lot. So that's good. We've been able to move them easier than before. We still have a long ways to go, and a bonus with this is they've become broke to the hot fence. That guy right there itching his back, he is the father of all these lambs so far. We have another bigger Barbado ram back there that we're hoping we'll see some lambs out of as well. So we'll wait and see. I mean, it's just a surprise, but we are rebreeding them back. The rams are living with them, and so we should have more babies here in 5 or 6 months.
Alright, so these tags, guys, are from Premier One. They're their Q-Flex tag. I'll put a link in the comments on what kind and where to find them. They're an official scrapie tag. You can see there in the top of it that we have our scrapie tag number for Texas. And then this is the female side, obviously. And then the male side has our logo, and these colors are very significant. We've had a video about that before. It tells us the year they were born. Love these tags. We've been using them for about 4 years now. We've used green, red, yellow, black, lime green, orange, purple. And out of all the colors that we've been using, none of them have really faded out, and that's the problem you see a lot with tags these days, is the numbers will start to fade out, or the color will start to fade out. Out of all the colors, I would say probably the yellow color is probably one of the easiest ones to read. But visibility wise, yellow or white with the black letters obviously make it very easy to see. Next, we're going to be going over into this pasture here. A lot of this wheat rye mix is knee high, so probably here in about 2 or 3 days we'll open up this gate that's right here. We'll hook onto this hot fence with our electric netting. We'll run them across, and then they'll stay in this little area pasture for a couple days, gnaw everything down, and then they'll go into this front pasture. And then after that, we'll start our spring and summer rotations. Those kids will be big enough to they'll be about a month to 2 months old. They'll be able to move around pretty freely and
get in a trailer,
go to different pastures miles down the road, and be broke to the hot fence, know what the hot fence is, and that way they don't get caught up in it and potentially die. We were talking about that pollen earlier. You can see on the old Danger Ranger toolbox here, you can see all that coatness of pollen everywhere. This is the latest addition to the ranch, the old Danger Ranger. Single cab, long bed, 4-wheel drive. I love this thing. It's awesome. 10 out of 10. Put a little light bar on the front. Farm plated it, and it's got a little dent inside here, but other than that, gets the job done. Got a lot of bed space. I can ride into town with it. Put a crate. Got my whips, moving goats. Does everything I need it to. And plus, when it rains, I got cover. When it's cold, I got heat. It doesn't have AC right now, but the AC is coming. I gotta go get that fixed still. So, but yeah. Here's another project we've got going on the side. Kind of doing it as I got time, but running out of time as always. This is where Tyler's horse is going to have her foal. We got the roof up, I don't know, 2 days ago, a day ago. It's going to be 3-sided, so it's actually going to be this color here, same color as the roof that's on our house, and be 3-sided. We're going to put 2 gates here in the front, so it'll be 2 different stalls if needed. And then I might put a tack room up on the back here. I don't know, maybe 6 foot. Come off these beams, come down 6 foot, and 6 foot high, maybe 6 foot wide. Put some tack, saddles and stuff back here, but yeah, probably gonna put a hitching post somewhere over here, over there by the pond or something. But and then we've also been having another project going on that I need to weld the gate onto as well. I got to restretch this fence. This is an old fence, but we've got a chicken coop going in right there. So that's I forget, it's like a 12 by 6 little chicken coop. I'm gonna get some shelves in there, get a gate on there. I've got some solar lights that I'm gonna put in there, hopefully help them keep laying in the winter time with the light. But yeah, horse barn's coming along well.